Welcome back to School Calisthenics. It's Tim and Jacko, and we have a special guest for this special podcast, which is episode number no idea. At the School Calisthenics, we specialise in coaching calisthenics, but we don't do manufacturing.
We know we need the best equipment in the game, designed specifically for calisthenics, so we came to BULLDOG.
The boys had a dream. Here at BULLDOG, we made it a reality.
It's been great to be part of the design process, not just in terms of coming with a concept, but working closely with Ian and his designers all the way through.
We knew that including the School for Calisthenics lads from the off in design process, fabrication to include body positions, powder coating, material choices, heights for uprights was really critical in order to get the best outcome.
So what we've got is an amazing piece of equipment designed specifically for calisthenics. It is versatile, portable, you can do everything you need to do on it, from human flags to muscle ups. If you want to be serious about your calisthenics training, this is the piece of equipment you need.
It's a playground session, so
we've rebranded.
Let's be a bit fun. And we're with Ian Thomas from BULLDOG, or BULLDOG Gear. So Ian, just before we kick things off, so that just introduce yourself to our listeners.
Okay, so myself, creative director at BULLDOG Gear. We ourselves are manufacturers of strength and conditioning equipment, predominantly CrossFit, but S&C globally, hence why we're having this chat right now.
Yeah.
So we've been producing stuff in the UK for the last 6 years, sort of branching out now and trying to attach onto some of the further field of S&C. So hopefully this is it. Great. So it's an exciting time for us, and I always sense your excitement as well, which is great because I could just set the scene a bit. Like, we got in contact with you guys because with calisthenics, one of the great things about it is that we don't have to use a lot of equipment, but when it comes to, say, for your handstands, your hand balance, there's lots of things you can just do at home, which is great. But then there's times with things like pull-ups and any sort of pulling movements, you've got to need something to pull against. And we haven't currently got that as a solution from our side of things at School of Calisthenics, and we're not, despite my first class master's degree in engineering.
He's never mentioned that
we're not,
before. Tell us more about that.
So that's another podcast. That's
Did you not do it
coming in the future.
While you were doing it?
Yeah, I did it. But anyway, we're not manufacturers. We want to stick to what we're good at, and we think we're all right at coaching, or at least the reduction. And so it was like, right, rather than trying to dab our toe in something else, it's like, right, let's team up with or see whether somebody like yourselves at the top end of that of the quality of manufacturing and equipment, all made in the UK, like fits perfectly with us. And so that's really what this is about. Like those two brands coming together to partner to provide a solution for calisthenics, specifically designed for calisthenics. We'll get into that a little bit in a little bit more detail in a minute. But about teaming up together to provide the little bits of equipment that we do need for training calisthenics.
A bit of variety as well, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think there's a really interesting thing around that. Our mindset around calisthenics being that we like the freedom and the flexibility to train in different places. So I don't want to have to go to the gym. If the sun's shining, I want to be outdoors, if possible. And having a flexible sort of solution which is going to allow us to do that. And if you've seen some of our YouTube or ebook videos, like when we do the muscle ups, like we're in the park on a sunny day doing muscle ups, like, and I'm just flipping loving life on those days. So finding a piece of kit like that isn't easy. They're not not mass producers. Those of you guys who are looking for kit we get a lot of questions going, where'd you get the rig from? Well, we're on now like rig version 3.0, and I think it's possibly one of the best pieces of kit that I've trained on. So you were soon. Are we going to? Is it going?
It will be.
It's out.
Yeah,
it's available.
It should be.
You can check out details. But we came to Ian with this idea that actually this is what we want, and he blew us away with what he came back with. Do you want to tell us a bit about the design process and how you kind of came up with the idea?
Well, I think for us, coming back to obviously the home gym series and stuff like that, something we've been approaching more as a company focus for 2018.
Yeah.
And like we said, we're trying to hit every form of training at home, like you've said. So the design process for us was trying to go, right, you guys have got a concept that seems to work for you, but it's not certainly viable for commercial use. So what we're trying to do is try and mix that up with what we do in-house with our in-house design team.
Yeah.
taken on board the elements that you need to do with our existing parts of something that we already sell to home gym users, and going, right, how can we make a hybrid between the two to make fit for purpose? And well, the thing we think that we've nailed it. So
So essentially, what we've got for those that are listening rather than watching, you can go to the website and you can check out in our equipment section is a freestanding pull-up bar, effectively with human flag attachments. And one of the things that Ian has done, which I love about it,
the genius
behind it is we kind of thought that, okay, we're going to get a freestanding pull-up bar, that's going to be fun, but actually, the way that it's been made and designed, it's so stable on the floor. Like we can both train on it at the same time. We've been playing around with it a bit today, so I've done a human flag and some pull-ups at the same time, so it's firmly rooted to the
I've been doing
ground.
a bit of bulking recently, so it's
you're a bit
taking that extra weight and it's absolutely
you're above a fighting
solid.
But the other thing is, it's because of the attachments and the other equipment that you made, we can put squat rack bar, or we can turn it into a squat rack. You can put barbells on it, dip stations, various.
Yeah, we're talking about like being able to put rope climb attachments. So it's being able, that has the versatility, or the genius about it is that we can add things to it all the time. It comes originally from, and a lot of people, we get questions all the time I guess we maybe did it on purpose. Like when we've done some of the stuff for the muscle up and some of the tutorials we're doing, we do it outside and we set out the rig up that we had. But we knew you guys wanted one of these rigs, but we just weren't able to provide it. So when we came to Bulldog and spoke to Ian to go, right, this is what our thing, and I remember we were showing you the pictures of it, and you're like, why has it got that on it and that on it and that on it? Like, why don't you do it like this? And like, I don't know, like, it's just whatever, that's what my mate did. Like, so like you've took our design, you've adapted it to make it better. Like we said, it's more stable, it's more effective, and it just means that now that can then go out across the board. So like we haven't got one of these nice cool rigs that we train on and do our tutorials on that no one else can have the fun or enjoyment of able to use. So
I think that's part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you guys are now at the forefront of calisthenics. On the flip side, we're on the forefront of design, manufacturing. So why, like for us, you try and put calisthenics to one of our rigs? Well, no, let's work with you, get the best of both worlds, and use both sets of expertise to put something in the market that's probably more fit for purpose. And I think now we've got everything that you could possibly want to need for anything bodyweight within that rig, within a 2 meter square.
I said to Ian, like, hey, one of the things I really want to be able to do is rope climbs. Can you put a rope on it? Yeah, of course, put a rope on it. I'm like, all right,
got a rope attachment.
That was easy.
I remember the first time when we saw a dip attachment, like, I can do dips on it.
It's amazing. So let's start. I'm quite interested to get your perspective, Ian, because one of the things that you, as you say, Bulldog are focused on in 2018 is the home gym market and supporting people to be able to train at home and not be tied to gyms. What sort of changes are you seeing in the fitness health space around equipment related to people wanting to be able to have maybe different training options? Because obviously our rig, you could stick in the back garden, you could put in a garage, you can pull it out in your driveway. Like there's lots of options. What else are you kind of seeing?
Well, I think in terms of our background, CrossFit in particular is where we started from, and now we're merging into sort of other realms like we're talking with yourself. Now, for us, everyone wants, we know time is actually a finite value. It's something that we don't always have lots of, so trying to get your right level of training in is not always appropriate going to travel, out to your gym or whatever, fit on a class around your busy lifestyle. So having that level of kit available to do it at home gives you much more capacity to do what you want. Now, the main focus we were seeing is people have got very different sizes of spaces, different walls, different composites of things. So it's not always applicable for yourself. So there's also an area whereby you've got to look at lifestyle and people specifically, and then also the type of training specifically. So for us, we're seeing much more people going, look, well, don't be sort of like tied to a gym membership. You can do this at home. You're spending the same amount of money in a year. Why not have that ability to do it wherever, whenever? So whether it's garden, whether it's a garage, whether it's actually in your house, we're trying to show and cater that actually you can cater for all of that.
I've started training much more at home now. My little boy is just turning 1 next week actually. but just the lifestyle just means, and where we're at with work, is just getting to the gym, the time I have to travel to the gym, my session there when I get there, and then getting home, it's just difficult. So actually the best thing for me is having an option, and I'm probably doing like, I'm not training a lot, I've talked about this before, maybe if my target is 3 sessions a week at the moment, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then anything else on top of that is a bonus. But I'm probably doing two sessions a week at home. I've got a pull-up bar, some rings, and some parallel bars, and I'm good to go. Like, I'll train at home probably tonight when I get back. But having that option to put everybody to bed and sort dinner out and everything sorted and then train, it just takes out a massive amount of stress from my day. But I've got to try and fit this thing in. When actually I'm just going to train, chill for a bit, go to bed, and I haven't got the anxiety of going, when am I going to train? I'm going to miss a session. Imagine like having that full-on day, then getting home and going, I've not trained. I've got nothing here that I can do. Even if one of the simple sessions that I would do, just be like, tough week, loads of stuff going on, 100 pull-ups in as few sets as possible, and that might end up being 10 sets of 10. But it's easy, and it's a workout. Like there's more pull-ups than most people are doing a week. And I love that.
That's interesting because it's all about accessibility for me. It's like you guys are running workshops, seminars, your stuff that you've got online. So you're giving people the knowledge to be able to apply this at home. They don't have to go and sit with a coach and do this. So you've got that element to it. It's like, well, now I can apply it, but I haven't got the kit to do it. So you've got to merge the two. Well, actually now you can be delivered a full package through yourselves whereby, right, well, like you said, I've got this amount of time, what kind of work am I going to do? Right, well, he's told me this, my positioning, great, I can do it all.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head for me there. Like, it's been for quite a while that people are getting excited about some of our training programs like Human Flag Guide or Muscle Up Guide, and you almost feel a bit guilty about it because we've got one of these rigs and we can do all this stuff on it, and then we didn't have that solution for you, and so to finally have that and something that we're bang happy with has been really important for us. And then like it's exciting that people can then choose to go into the gym if they want to, or choose to not to. And like we've always said, we're just normal blokes living normal lives. That is, for most people these days, that means you're hectic. It means that your work is hard, and work-life balance is something that's tough for all of us. And so having any little times where you can save time is a massive bonus. And then like when you were saying like about what you actually need to use, go into the gym and then hardly using any of the equipment that's actually there. You almost wonder, why do I even bother to do that? But like
discipline, like I've got to get in there and get it done.
Do you write it down in your notebook diary?
I do.
Your school calisthenics diary. Interesting.
I write my programs out. And I've got so it's a flexible week. So I have a program for the gym and I have a program for home, and they're kind of cross-referenced for the equipment as best as I can. So if I'm in the gym, that's what I'm doing. If I have to train at home, that's what I'm doing, and I'm comfortable with that. And then probably the last point from me on that one is I probably get to the gym once a week, guaranteed. There's one session I can get in done. So when I'm there, I do what I need to do when I'm at the gym. So I haven't got a set of dumbbells at home. Do like from a lower body perspective, dumbbell lunges. I do some prowler work, muscle ups at the gym. I haven't got head height at home. So I just tick all that handstand push-ups, because you do handstand push-ups against your wall in your front room. I see you do them. I don't, because I don't want to mark the walls. but I just tick that stuff off. So it's just having a bit of I think it's a strategy around the training week.
Cool.
Great. So let's wrap that up for today. Have a check out BULLDOG. Go and follow them. They're on Instagram, BULLDOG Gear.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got the products on the website you can see.
They'll all be in the description below or on the show notes, so you can check those links.
Great kit. We're super excited about getting on this rig. We're actually going to take it home with us today.
Yes.
So you're going to start to see a little bit more of that. And any questions you've got around equipment, then just drop them in below. We can pick this guy's brains as well.
And anything, if there's anything that like isn't available, and you're like, this is a question that Ian's been saying to us, like, is there anything that isn't currently available, like this new thing that we've made, the rig? Like, is there anything else that we could manufacture, and literally, if we can dream it, you can make it.
We can make it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so if you have any ideas, any crazy things, send them over. Sketches.
So Ian, massive thanks for everything you've done with us so far. I'm excited about where this is going to go. And for you guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.
Class dismissed.